sister. What on what sick planet is that a joke?
Mom, I had no idea his dick was in the pumpkin.
Jerry!
Seinfuck.
See, I was fucking at a party.
How was that a party there, bud?
Yeah, I was kicking your fucking teeth in. And like they set up the table, you know. And this only means one thing in the Arizona community. It's time for Korean beer pong.
Okay, what does that mean? What is Korean beer pong?
It means violence is what it means.
Violence is it's more like a self-afflicted thing. Like if shooting your foot was a competition, you know. So you put a full beer can on each corner of the table and man a person at each corner.
If you're a god, you do tall boys.
Yeah, tall boys are fun. You have a ping pong ball, you know, and you take the ping pong ball and you try your best to hit the beer can on the other side of the table. If you do, your partner has to drink their beer until the opposing team grabs the ping pong ball, slaps it to the table, and says stop. The first person to finish all of their beers wins.
Yeah.
For the first team, I guess.
And it depends. I think this is one of those ping pong games where or beer pong games where like the environment is really important, because we've played it sometimes where it's a very narrow hallway, and we've also played it sometimes where we're just like in the middle of like on a patio. Like I feel like at one point a ping pong got lost in like the grass somewhere.
Well, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. If they finish the beer, that's just it.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
the game.
Sometimes it'll fall in like a cactus, and you have to figure how brave you are. And if you're drunk enough, you're very brave. So you'll like reach your hand into the thorn brush and grab it and pull it out, and your hands bleed, and they're like, Christ, you know?
Holy shit! Oh my god!
It's worth it. If you win that beer pong game, it just shows how dedicated you are. And though you're covered in cuts and bruises, you go back to the bonfire drunk and victorious.
Yeah, no, the perfect sweet spot of drunk in when you're playing Korean is feel no pain. Feel no pain drunk, you were a god at Korean beer pong.
You have to pregame liquor before beer. That's how you get to the pro level before it even begins.
Yeah. And we know Harper's on the pro level. Yeah. No, I mean, and plus, I feel like, Malcolm, you overreact a little bit when it comes to like cactus and shit. Because obviously you're not around a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm not around any cactus. Like you guys are like talking as if like they're not like a spiky plant.
That will make you bleed. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, there's certainly a spiky plant.
Also, the way it's described, it sounds like a new game in like Squid Games like 2. Like Korean beer pong sounds like around in like the next Squid Games.
That would be so sick. Can you imagine? They're just like, you must win the game of Korean. You have to finish your poisoned beer.
Or not even, maybe I wouldn't even say it's probably like poison beer. Like you have like a sniper trained on you, and as soon as your opposing team finishes their beer, you both get shot.
I think that's exactly how it would play out. Yeah. Which is, by the way, I don't know. If I can't die in my sleep, I have this theory that I would like to be sniped. Like, I think that's the way to go.
That sounds terrible, Malcolm.
I have a series of superstitions concerning dying that I think would play into your ability to
like especially if you're just like walking around and then like, and then you're just like headshot, you're gone. Like you're just like in public.
What the fuck are you spending your time thinking about? Whereas,
if you're not gonna die in your sleep, how else would you want to die?
Well, I don't think I want a bullet through my fucking brain.
You don't want to be in a parade and then you just get sniped and then it's over?
No, I kind of want to see what happens after I get sniped, even if it is for only a few seconds.
I did get a micro obsession one time of World War II knife work. This is gonna be a weird tangent. Trust me.
What the fuck?
It makes sense. It makes
sense.
Okay.
What do you mean, like using the knife or making the knife?
Using the knife. Hold on.
What the fuck?
So like, I'm trying to think what it's actually called, but it's like a style of knife work that exists in World War II, like special forces and like spies. And their whole point of it was kill someone in the fastest way possible. And so they had times basically of, what's the quickest way to die via these injuries? And overall, the quickest way to die via like a knife wound somewhere is straight to the heart. You die in 3 seconds. So at that point,
it's a pretty attractive proposition when you phrase it like that. I mean,
exactly
a 3-second window, incredible pain, no doubt.
Not incredible pain.
No, you'd be in shock. You'd be shocked and then you'd die.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like a sniper might be a bit appealing. Give me a sniper.
It's not like a slow stab where it's just like,
No, it's in, out, you're dead. There's nothing anybody can do.
Okay, maybe I don't want to be sniped. Maybe I want to get a quick knife to the heart.
A quick knife to the heart. That's a very human way to die.
Yeah.
Because you can't stab someone in the brain. They didn't do that in the old days. They stabbed you through the eye, sure, but
it's like that Bon Jovi song. It's like, stab in the heart, and Robert's to blame. You give knife, death's a bad name.
Wait, whoa, that is a big boo on my like, okay.
Okay, fine. We've
been musical before. We haven't been bad musical. Thanks for a first there, Malcolm.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the notes for cutting that bit.
No. Gosh, keep it in.
I'm sorry. I was trying. Listen, we do original songs. We don't do parody songs.
It's clear
of course.
Why we don't do parody songs.
That's why we've had our number one hit for 6 weeks in a row. Here comes the cum goblin.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Here comes the cum goblin. He's coming for your cum.
You know, maybe the sniper death wouldn't be so bad.
See, I'm mad at you guys for starting the podcast. I'm just gonna start that. I'm gonna break the fourth wall here because I said
the fourth wall. It's a podcast.
Let me finish this beer and then I'm gonna grab another one and then we can record. And I am now.
Listen, go grab a beer.
Grab the beer. Me and Malcolm will chit chat a little bit.
Yeah, we'll chat.
Yeah,
we'll
but you'll talk shit.
No. We've never done
No.
that before.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be back. You guys be on your best behaviors.
All right.
One time Robert did the worm at a party and it looked like he was like slithering like a snake instead of doing the worm. It was so embarrassing. People started dunking beer on him. Like, like it was like some sort of post football celebration.
It stops being the worm and it starts being salmon out of water because they're just pouring the beer on him.
He dropped on the deck and flopped like a fish. And people were telling him it was embarrassing and to stop doing it. And he told them to shut up and suck his dick. It was really crazy. I had to drive him home. He was really upset.
Yeah. And as you're driving him home, I'm assuming he's just doing like the robot in the car.
Well, he stunk of beer because people were pouring beer on him in disapproval.
That sounds like the teen party version of like back in like medieval days when you would like be in like
tarred and feathered.
Tarred and feathered, or like when they would throw tomatoes at you and like the gallows or whatever.
Yeah.
The stock, yeah. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but that's just Robert at a party.
Can we bring back the stockades?
Wait, what the fuck? Why am I being stockaded at a party?
No. We're not We're just talking like generally.
Just talking generally.
Generally, I should be fucking tarred and feathered wherever I go.
No.
We were saying that it happened as a circumstance.
Yeah.
You guys do realize historically the reason they threw tomatoes was because people thought they used to be poisonous.
They were poisonous, yeah.
Yeah.
That there was like some weird gradient for like determining if things were safe to eat, and it was both wet and like what was the other fucking thing?
Well, it was a cousin of the nightshade plant, I think, was the actual historical reason.
Oh no, I've already lost interest. What's your favorite drinking game, Malcolm?
No, but I've like honestly, let's talk about tomatoes for a second because I want to bring up something that's terrible. That little like anti-history thing that I've always hated. Okay, Harper, have you heard the thing that it was Thomas Jefferson who were the first like to eat tomatoes and realize they weren't poisonous?
No.
What? Okay, well.
Oh, first of all, fuck Thomas Jefferson, but
exactly that's where it's going. That's where this is going.
Okay.
Because it was in actuality, it wasn't the fact that like there's so many weird historical like tidbits that are addressed to or credited to Thomas Jefferson, like, oh, he invented mac and cheese, or oh, he did this or this. Well, guess what? He didn't do any of that shit. He had his slaves do everything for him for the most part.
Well, that I have heard that where basically like a lot of like classic American recipes should all be credited to like slave labor because they're the ones who did the cooking and thus did like the recipe testing and figured out like certain dishes.
Yeah, and he had his slaves eat tomatoes, thinking that it was poisonous, or well, I guess he suspected that it wasn't.
Yeah, people celebrate these kind of guys, like those Confederate chuds, and then they're doing stupid shit like this. It's like, eat the tomatoes, you're gonna die, And then in reality, it's like the Italians are fucking feasting.
Well, no. This was afterwards. Tomatoes weren't popular in Europe until they were popular in America.
You guys are alienating our friends with the frog avatars. Anime PFPs aren't going to like this one.
Sorry, yeah, well, we won't alienate you. And sorry, Sasha just sent me a message just now. He goes, "This. I'm going to repeat what he wrote because it's littered with spelling errors." It goes, "Mark sure to really appeal to that Gen Z demographic with today's recording. Lots of talk about White Lotus, WWII, Pogs, etc."
Oh my god!
I don't fucking care about any of that bullshit that he just told me to talk about. So I'm gonna tell you something that's really interesting. All right.
Yeah.
In Voyager, I think that Catherine Janeway is probably one of the better captains, solely for the purpose that her hair is like a third the size of her head. You know.
Captain Janeway can get it. Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. She is like a very mannish captain, but like she can absolutely get it. On account of my homosexuality.
Same way that Riker can get it. That sounds terrible. I don't know.
Bro's trying to fuck Riker in the butt. What's going on?
No.
Yes, you are. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like...
Is Riker pitching or receiving? It's a fucking important question.
No, is it? Is it really?
It's an important... Well, Riker's the kind of guy you'd expect to pitch because he's like very in control. Like for very few people he would receive.
But it'd be really cool if you'd be catching.
It'd be really cool.
It'd be cool. Yeah.
It would be so awesome.
It would be so cool.
Yeah, there's your fucking Gen Z demographic pandering.
Yeah, fucking, what was that? Was that Teen Titans, that terrible movie?
By the way, if we're going to talk about like HBO shows, we got to talk about Last of Us, not fucking White Lotus.
I haven't touched it.
Here's something.
Let
me make a recommendation to you, Robert. You've played the game?
No, I hate the game. That is something that's going to put me apart from the entire gaming community. That I dislike that game.
No, not the entire one.
No, he's going to be tarred and feathered by the gaming community for saying he hates Last of Us.
Yeah, the GAYMING community. Yeah, they hate your guts.
Yeah, he got canceled a while ago.
Yeah, you're canceled. You can't game no more. She looks like a what? I'm trying to get fucking Captain Riker naked in my ready room.
I'm watching Jerry Seinfeld live. He's got a 17-year-old girlfriend. There's no problem with that.
Nothing to see here. Mr. Seinfeld, we are huge fans.
Incredible fans.
Incredible fans. Malcolm, he said some pretty nasty things about you in the past. Let's move on.
Bygones be bygones.
Bygones.
I will. Exactly. Speaking of HBO, though, I will say, did you see that? I'm trying to think what game it was. I think it was a game in New Jersey, but it was there was a Jumbotron, and they had Michael Imperioli. Obviously,
what the fuck?
Michael Imperioli from Sopranos.
If you haven't seen The Sopranos, Harper, we're
gonna have issues.
We're gonna have words. What are you
gonna do? Are you gonna put on your programming socks and show me your fucking feet?
No, you have to pay to see my feet.
That's what I fucking thought.
Yeah. But I'll take you up to some gabagool. All right. And then we're gonna. I'm gonna gabble your ghoul, if you know what I mean.
Oh, gabble your ghoul, you said.
And that's not sexual. That was not sexual.
It pays dividends or pays paychecks, other people's paychecks.
Considering what I'll save on Pornhub Premium by subscribing to Malcolm McLeod's OnlyFans.
Oh God, no one wants to see that.
We're gonna release it one of these days.
I plead the fourth.
The fourth. What?
I waive my right to an attorney.
Damn Canadians.
I don't think they have a fifth in Canada anyway. Yeah, this is the fourth in Canada. They've left out a specific amendment that we are having trouble reining in.
Yeah, that we're having trouble with now.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah. I have free speech, all right?
Go outside and say you don't have the COVID vaccine.
Oh, God damn it.
Listen, I can say it. It means I have to be prepared to get a punch in the face.
Oh, no, that's not free speech. That's not free speech. Don't make the fucking yelling fire in a crowded theater argument either, because we both know it's pedantic.
We're not going there. You know we're not going there. I'm putting my foot down.
That's free speech.
It's not free of him consequences.
Oh, shut up. My whole point was that Michael Imperioli showed up on the Jumbotron somewhere, and it said, Michael Imperioli, actor from White Lotus, and in like Sopranos doesn't fucking exist. He played Christopher Maltasante, for your information, Harper. And Sopranos is one of, if not the greatest series of all time.
No, for sure. I bet.
Shut up.
How
Totally.
dare you? That's culture.
What?
Have you at least seen Breaking Bad?
It's about New Jersey. Have you seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
What's your favorite drinking game, Malcolm?
Oh
You know
my
what? You
God.
know what they say? Silence is violence. And
That was the
Oh,
most
come on.
violent silence I've ever heard.
Come on, leave me alone, guys. I've been busy.
I've been busy.
I was in a bubble at the time those things were going on. I was very okay. Look, do you want to like break it down? Do you want to like fucking talk about what was going on?
Yeah,
What
let's break it down. What were you doing in 2008? Because I know what you were doing.
You know what I was doing. What do you mean? What were you doing? I was watching anime and playing World of Warcraft. I did that until I came out of my fucking bubble in 2016.
That's, I mean, yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's accurate. What do you want me to say?
Well, what do you want me to say? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I could list all the fucking.
I'm happy, Harper, that we both made it out of that bubble without running a car into a crowd of people. I imagine I'm standing by with a shovel in my hand while Harper's digging. Like you're digging, and I'm just like, I'm
Bro
good.
showed me where to start digging. He was literally just like, X marks the spot. Get to it, because he knew I would take this bait.
Oh God, it is hot in this little closet.
Come on out, Robert.
Oh, shut
We
the
all
fuck
know.
up.
Yeah, we all know you're in your corner right now. You're standing there. I just a picture that you have like a curtain around you, but your feet are exposed.
Oh no, you're 100% right. It's
What the fuck?
kind of like my lower calf.
What do you mean you don't like your lower calf?
As in the curtain goes to my lower calf.
Yeah, no, but like, do you have body dysmorphia about your lower calf?
What?
Do you think that you're a woman?
I'm not wearing programming socks, nor do I have
I'm
heavier
not wearing
headphones.
programming socks.
Stop it, guys!
You guys are missing out. Programming socks, super comfortable.
Isn't it though? Yeah, I'm not
Huh?
touching that. I'm not
No,
touching
because
that.
you can take pictures of your feet and sell them to. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyway,
You could sell them to on the internet.
to Robert.
That's
That's the tier, honestly. That's probably like the tier. Like that's what it's,
the 70,000 new IRS agents are just like looking at your like things, just like, wait, he keeps buying and selling his own feed pics to drive up his content on.
Ah,
Wow,
we've reached the
that's-
Rubicon.
Yeah, he's constantly like you're on like the top 10. Like it's like
the
Yeah.
IRS agents. It's like, God, I want to be mad at him, but these are
Yeah.
some really great pictures.
You know they started arming those IRS agents, right? Like they gave them handguns.
That is not real.
Yes, it's real. It's
You
so
are
real.
being politically
not.
misinformed.
No, I'm not. I've seen videos of them training with police officers.
Most of the things I've seen is their God.
yeah,
This is
the army of accountants. That's
I'm not fucking joking.
God. At this rate, this episode's gonna be like, Jerry, I've gotten political.
They're arming them, Jerry. They're arming them. They're arming the IRS agents. I swear to God. I saw it. I saw it on Rumble.com.
You can fucking joke all you want, but when the ATF and the IRS are knocking at your door with P90s and you have dick off,
I will let you know as soon as they put me in a FEMA camp.
Yeah, because they're spending hundreds. They're spending like tens of millions of dollars so they get it to your door and be like, "Where's that $250 you owe us, you fucking son of a bitch?"
You claim this shit on your taxes for a microphone.
yeah, they have to
Yeah.
read you like an entire fucking lawyer written spiel about the fucking Tax Reclamation Act that just passed in Senate. They're just like, attention citizen, citizen 802D0798217. You are being lawfully held by select entity, the IRS.
It's just that kind of thing. Meanwhile, like less than 2 miles away, there's a yacht that killed like 3 people that Malcolm and I saw when we were up in Vancouver, which is down here right now. Not to date the podcast or anything, not like anyone's going to figure that out.
Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep saying that?
That's not dated podcast because
No,
no
why do
one's
you
going to
keep
be able to
even-
figure. It's
just
a
say it.
mega yacht that killed like 3 people that we
Wow.
Malcolm and I talked. It hit a fishing charter boat.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Malcolm, do you remember this?
I do remember this. I remember.
Yeah.
You should. You were driving the fishing boat.
No, it's down here right now. It's on the water. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, so we took pictures of in front of the murder boat when we were in Vancouver, and now it's over here. Meanwhile, that is tax exempt because they fly like the Ghanese flag or something.
cute pictures with Bodie McBoatface. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I think it's called like the Artessa 4 or something.
What does that mean?
Well, actually, that's a good question. What does Artessa mean? Because I've seen a lot of different like little communities called Artessa, and I don't even know what it means.
Listen,
Yeah,
I've been having a problem lately.
what's your problem?
And what's that?
I've been having repeating dreams where I'm taking care of a small Asian child.
Wait.
Is this like a lone cub and wolf and cub situation?
Is this turning into like a ring sort of situation?
It sometimes feels like it. They're like a weird East Asian, like maybe like Vietnamese or potentially Indian child. You know, it's like a little toddler.
Okay, so Pacific Asian.
Yeah, and it always I feel dread and sort of like uncomfortable. What's the word I'm looking for? Like anxiety whenever I'm around the child, and
But this child isn't real. You've been dreaming of this.
It's not real. I'm dreaming of the child. I would not take care of an Asian child that is not mine.
Well, okay, fair.
Or any child. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. I meant any child, okay?
Well, no. You said take care of. So, I mean, if someone asks you, if you got asked to watch a kid for a week, it's not like you'd be like,
I'd let the puppies burn. It's none of my business.
None of my business. Okay, so you're having nightmares of some Pan-Asian child that is
Pan-Asian child. It does strange things. Like he brought 3 VHS tapes to me last night in my dream and said, pick one. And one of them is Pokemon the movie 2000. One of them is the Titanic.
Nice.
And the other one is a blank VHS, like a black spine VHS tape.
Okay.
And he says, pick one. You know, he's all happy. And I'm just like, oh, God. So I picked the Pokemon one. And he just starts fucking shredding the tape. He starts shredding the tape to fuck. And I'm trying to tell him what a VHS tape is and what a VCR is. I'm trying to put the fucking tape back together. I'm like sobbing because I love that movie. And he's like, now we have to take care of the animals. And he has a bird, a snake, and a different kind of reptile. I don't remember the third one. But like, they all strike me particularly because they're all animals that considered to be like unfeeling or cold-blooded. Like they don't love you back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the snake is wrapping around my hand and tries to eat the VHS tape. And then I wake up.
So I'm just trying to think of like, what's happening in Harper's life? What's this general anxiety that he's feeling that's is consuming him, that he's losing what he loves and when he was a child?
The therapist like stops scribbling. It's just like, you're a closeted homosexual.
Oh boy.
I think you're crazy.
Yeah.
He's got like a 9. He's been slowly loading behind his fucking.
Yeah, it's like I think you have generalized anxiety with a bit of OCD.
He's like shaking as he loads another round into the chamber.
Yeah.
Malcolm, you remember that part? I've seen this meme before, but you remember that part in Breaking Bad where Walter is practicing his quick draw to kill Gus whenever he has a chance. And I've seen that video, but its captions just like my therapist getting ready for our next session.
The Breaking Bad memes have really been coming out lately. I don't know. I should watch that show, but I spent my fucking youth watching just like garbage anime. I don't know if it was the right call, but
it's never too late to watch Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, The Sopranos.
I will say, Breaking Bad is incredible, an incredible show, and like Malcolm said, it's never too late to watch it. But at the same time, Harper, I know you. I think there are parts in it that would crush you.
All right, well, that doesn't sound great.
Not saying that you wouldn't enjoy it after the fact, but there are a couple episodes in that series that will just ruin your week.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not really about that. I'm trying to keep the vibe positive.
Have you ever did either of you watch the HBO show The Leftovers?
No, I didn't.
Which is an incredible show. It's a great show. It's probably one of the best shows ever made.
It's not Left Behind by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's not Left Behind. It's not.
Were we talking about this the other day?
We were talking about
We
this.
were.
What a dog shit fucking movie.
Yeah, It was so bad. I will say, I remember I was in Chicago once and I went to the Annoyance and I was just like seeing random shows because I was in town. I just wanted to watch stuff. And so I randomly went to, there was a production, there was a group of comedians, I say that in quotes, where they did a production of Left Behind, but as a musical. And it was
That's awesome.
What the fuck?
yeah, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. First of all, there may have been 8 people in the audience, including myself. There are multiple scenes in which the author is a character, like the author of Left Behind. It's like just a character in the musical.
Just couldn't stay away. Just couldn't fucking keep your pants on about it.
Left Behind is not written by one man. It was written by 2 men.
Oh.
Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins.
Jerry B. Jenkins all over the place.
It was an SNL sketch parody of like America the Musical, where the actors are obviously wrote the play or wrote the musical. I'm trying to remember what that one was.
Is it short-term memory loss theater where they're constantly in that sketch? They're like, "What's my line?"
No, that is a good one. That is a genuinely good one. But it's the political. It's just called Political Musical.
Oh, it's like the high school one where they're like saying like what should be profound things, but also because they're kids, that's like not profound at all.
Yeah. It's that sort of that. Your description of the Left Behind reminds me of that. I just sent it to you, and it is not generally like genuinely a funny sketch. But if you know anybody at all in musical theater and kind of sort of have that connection, it is so funny because there are these shows that people are just like, this is written by the actors. This is literally just them.
I want to make that clear. When I saw Left Behind the musical at the Annoyance, it was very clearly written by the people performing it. Like this was like, and they thought they were being funny and subversive. And like the devil turns out to be the good guy in the
fuck it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it turns out it was like the main character the whole time. They're like, you're introduced to some kid and you're like, he's like a scrawny kid. And it turns out he was the devil the whole time. And then again, you have
and he's the good guy.
You have 2 actors playing Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins running around, and you're like, "What is this? Who is this for?" And I sat there and I watched it with my jaw on the fucking like floor. I was like, "What am I watching?" Like,
you get your money's worth. Do you think that was worth like paying to see?
Honestly, because I've had so much mileage just like talking about it, I think so. But in the moment, I was like, because there wasn't enough people where like there's this like fine line when you go to like, I feel like you go to like smaller comedy shows where there wasn't enough people that like I could walk away without everyone in the room noticing that I was leaving.
Turning to you stand up and everyone just stops.
But, yeah, well, this was happening because they're also like the Annoyance is like an improv theater mostly. So like these are all improvisers that they're clearly have written this thing. So there were times when people would leave to like go get drinks or stuff or go to the washroom, and they would like actively break character and just kind of look and like you would
just
be like
kind of follow them as they walked up the aisle.
I distinctly remember one of the actors being like, "Please come back," and I was like, "What?"
You can't do that. You can't fucking. Oh my god!
Please come. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
That's so desperate.
That's so
the desperation
bad.
was.
I think I'm pathetic sometimes with like even just like cold sending like some of the shit I work on to some of my friends. Just like, hey, if you feel like it, take a look at this. I'm really proud of it. That's worse. That is objectively worse.
That's so fucking funny. Just imagine you're at the play. It's like not even I figured like this must be some kind of weird audience participation. But it wasn't. He's literally just like, please don't leave. We're in the 3rd act.
He's like explains the next part of the play so the guy doesn't leave. Yeah, we're in the 3rd act.
You think like
I'm about to find out that's my brother. This is a really important scene. I really wish you'd come back and see.
Yeah, so the musical is not good for sure. The movie wasn't good either though, because you remember how it ends, right?
The Left Behind?
The Left Behind movie ends with Nick Cage turning to the camera and says, I guess we really were left behind.
That's right. I thought that was. See, I watched that Simpsons parody before I watched the movie, and so I've internalized the Simpsons bit, but before actually like memorizing, and I like forget the difference between their parody and the actual movie because it's literally just that. That's it. That's the thing. God damn it. And this was an ongoing conversation we had about whether or not Nicolas Cage had bad roles.
Well, it's not that he had good or bad roles. It's just that he never turned a role down.
Yeah.
He was in a moment where he was, when you look at his like Nicolas Cage's like 2010 like filmography, there's just a lot of like just weird bad movies in the mix.
And it was also at that time that he was just in extreme debt because he had like incredible runaway spending. At one point he bought the whole skull of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, for fuck's sake.
True.
Vince McMahon did that too. And I think that like owning dinosaur bones is like the immediate sign that you've lost all fucking control of yourself,
Well, yeah, you grip on your spending or reality. That's bad. Like cocaine is like the micro step, but people can do cocaine and not lose themselves.
I don't know.
No, I've done cocaine before. It's great. It's awesome. I'm not going to spend all my money on it.
Yeah.
If I've got $1 billion right now, pretty much none of it's going to go to cocaine. I'll be completely honest.
You took a little too long to like say that.
You said pretty much.
You were like, yeah, if I had $1 billion, almost none of it. By the way, if you had $1 billion, I hope almost none of it is going to cocaine because like $1 million of cocaine is not that much. Like to be like, yeah, a lot of it went to cocaine. It's like if you had $1 billion.
I said $1 billion. I said $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion. Yeah, billion with the B. But I'm saying that like $1 million of cocaine when you're a billionaire is nothing. But if it started being like I was going to do a lot of cocaine. If you're a billionaire, that means 100 million, right? You need like 100 million. Somewhere between 10 and 100 million.
Wait. That seems like a very arbitrary figure. Why have you decided that between 10 and 100 million dollars is the right amount of cocaine?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that would be too much cocaine. That's too much cocaine if you're a
But
billionaire.
$1 million is too little cocaine?
And if you're a billionaire, it doesn't really affect you. Like what?
To me, $1 million is several lifetimes worth of cocaine. I'm not going to do
You're
it.
looking for high quality shit.
Why are we splitting hairs about cocaine on the podcast, boys? It's cool.
I'm talking as if I've ever done cocaine, which is I've never done cocaine.
Really? You do not seem like it.
Wow.
I don't seem like it.
No, if you said you did cocaine, I'd 100% believe you.
Yeah, you know a lot of those literary types, which is why I figured,
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty straight edge that way. I've like never really.
You literally ran a show where people got high, and that was the bit. Malcolm, don't fucking call yourself straight edge, you fucking
you said
asshole.
he didn't get high.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're allergic to weed.
I am allergic. We've talked about this on this podcast several times.
I still think it's fucking horseshit.
I know, and I'm still gonna give you shit for it.
It's just not fucking true.
I'm allergic to weed and fucking lilies. It sucks.
Oh wow, lilies.
The doctor says I can't have any terpenes or endocannabinoids, guys. Shut the fuck up. Fucking asshole.
I can't.
Yeah, I went to the doctor and he said I can't have no sugar or I'll get diabetes.
Did he?
What I'm trying to get at is I think that we all have in our minds a political ideology which is not mainstream that we find to be excessively annoying. Robert, what's yours?
Preface. Is this one we believe in or we think is annoying?
We believe in. Is this a self-loathing segment?
Because I have some annoying political beliefs. I'm going to be 100%
no.
honest. I have some annoying political beliefs.
I mean like a shoebox category, like anarcho-primitivist or something like that.
I don't know. Wait. So, and just preface, this is something we believe in or we dislike?
Whatever you think is the most annoying.
I saw one time where it was like Christo-libertarian or Christo-libertarianism.
Isn't that just distributism?
Yeah, basically, but not where it was just like, yeah, if you have things, it's because God gave you them and therefore you're a better person.
Oh, that's okay.
It's basically prosperity gospel, but like worse.
Yeah, that's not distributism.
No,
That
no,
is
no.
the opposite of distributism.
No, distributism as in distributed by God.
Sorry, there's something very funny about that. It's like,
It is. It's so dumb.
I was born a gold, and you were born a lowly red.
And therefore, God loves me more.
Which is why God lets me step on you. It's his will that I step on you.
I mean, there is sort of this idea in America in general that like bad things happen to bad people. It's sort of like a Protestant puritanistic thing that's always existed.
That's a corporate thing. That's a corporate ideal ever since Superman.
Ever since. Okay, let's dive into that real quick. Okay. Hold on.
Would America believe that good always prospers without superhero culture? Without stories to needlessly reinforce that good people always win?
Absolutely. Like because like before the like proliferation of superhero stuff.
The proliferable.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I was about to shit on you.
You were.
Okay, answer this question real quick.
No, I wasn't going to shit on you. It was more that like...
Answer this question real quick, Harper. Answer this question. If you believe this, okay, why do you think then that Britain thought they were an empire until like the early 2000s then?
Your mother fatso.
God damn it. People can believe things that aren't true and they can believe contradictory things.
What's yours, Malcolm?
I was just going to say that, in America, they were definitely, before superhero movies and before Superman, they felt like they were the best because of, war movies, Westerns.
And just complete military dominance in the Western world.
Yeah. That just like,
because they were the best, you mean?
Boomers' love for John Wayne.
Yeah. Robert, did you know that you can't smile and breathe through your nose at the same time?
I know what this is, Harper. I can smile and breathe through my nose at the same time, but you made me smile.
Well, I made you smile, didn't I?
Thank you. I want to go back a little bit with the leftovers because we started to talk about it a little bit, and I just wanted to say specifically about it that the whole premise of it is that 2% of the world disappeared and it like irrevocably changed the culture of like
it's very depressing
society in general. It's an incredibly depressing show, but it actually happened, around the world with the coronavirus, and barely anything's changed. So I just want to point that out.
I would say things have changed a lot.
Not to the level of like within the show though. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no silent cults where everyone doesn't speak and they just kind of stare at you and they smoke cigarettes because they find out that life is meaningless.
Fair.
Yeah, I hate that show.
And then people just disappeared.
I did not like it.
It's a very, very sad show. Well, you don't hate the show because you've never seen it.
It's not sad. It just sucked. I have seen it.
No, he has seen it. He has seen it.
Oh yeah, you've seen it like you saw as The Sopranos.
I've seen it. It's that fucking police officer is trying to get to his wife that joined the no speaky smoking cult.
Listen, we can all read a Wikipedia page.
No, I watched it with some friends. Yeah, Malcolm, I know that's how you ingest information, but that's not how people who live in the real world.
No, I don't go on Wikipedia. I use the citations of Wikipedia, and that's where I get the real information.
Thank you for being a senior in high schooler there, Malcolm. I don't use Wikipedia. I use the citations in Wikipedia to write my paper, Professor.
If I was a senior in high school right now, I'd have Chat GPT write my essays.
Did you see that whole thing where it was like a 22-year-old like buzzkill guy totally like made a tool for professors to check whether their student's paper was written by AI?
I call him a fucking narc.
I think that's great as a writer, as someone who appreciates writing.
I do think that AI is stupid, and I think it's super overrated. And AI has been making people who are AI artists, quote unquote, and AI writers are hacks. They're unoriginal, And
it's like a tool assisted speed run. You know, do you respect someone who completes a tool assisted speed run? No, they're cheating.
No, I 100% don't. Like, why? Okay, cool. You got into this one angle and you pressed one button and now you saved yourself 5 minutes. Go fuck yourself.
Tool assisted. Fuck you.
I respect AI artists and writers less than I respect libertarians, and I don't respect libertarians at all.
Oh, we got past this. Okay, Malcolm, what is your very specific, annoying political ideology? Not just libertarianism, I guess, but what is the ideology that you think is especially annoying?
That's an interesting question because I have been trying to think of this the whole time while we've been talking about this.
Well, we could skip you and go to Harper if that helps.
I'm trying to think.
Libertarianism is not so much the problem as crony capitalists. So I'd say corporatism is the most obnoxious brand of political ideology. Mainly because it's adopted by the 5% of people that own everything.
Yeah, Harper's based right now. He's based.
Harper is based.
Harper's based. And don't worry, the corporations, they're on his side. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, this is a great anti-corporation stint you've got there, Harper. We can totally profit off of it.
Today's sponsor is Frog.
God damn it.
God damn
it. No.
Corporations are genuinely terrible and they're ruining the world constantly. And I can say it until I'm blue in the face, but we have like no option but to we're already enslaved. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's just a modern serfdom. Like corporations are just modern serfs. Instead of it being like a person, it's just these like entities now that exist where like they give you the option of like, no one's going to be stuck to the land or stuck here.
Why couldn't it be modern feudalism?
But you're going between corporation and corporation for the most part.
Why couldn't it be modern feudalism, though? Why couldn't I belong to a house? I would much rather prefer that.
Yeah, why couldn't I just like dedicate my entire life to a lord?
Because you have to live in the apartment building that we assign you to, all right?
Live in the pod, eat the bug.
Live in
eat the bugs, wear the mask. I got it.
Drink Soylent.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Watch your wife get fucked, etc.
Whoa. I will say.
You don't have a wife.
No, I don't have a wife.
I will say.
I have a waifu.
A waifu. I hate. See, wait, I just have to watch a man fuck my body pillow? That's awful.
I thought you were going to say awesome, and I was about to agree with you. The whole fucking premise of this is like. I just don't fuck. They're trying. There was an article a while back when like pissing off conservatives was the sexiest thing news people could do, you know?
Okay.
But not like pissing them off in like a directly oppositional way, but being like, "Hey, check this out! Isn't that regressive?" And they're like, "Yeah, that does make me angry. That really motivates me as a base." Like,
God damn it.
There was an article published by some fucking limp-wristed publication. Was like, cuckolding is the thinking man's fetish.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh my god. Oh,
you remember this?
I do remember
do you have the article? Because you should read part of the article.
If you can find that, that'd be amazing. But honestly, there was a fucking thing specifically about like, okay, or an article I read about, okay, why is cuckolding so popular now? And a lot of it apparently comes down to people's angles of how they view porn. So like if you're just watching other people fuck, you sort of like cut and paste who's fucking and who's being fucked. And usually it's not you who's fucking or being fucked. And so that's kind of like, it's a weird psychological sort of a phantom hand sort of thing where it's just like, porn itself is supposedly. I'm not a strictly anti-porn guy. For fuck's sake, the intros of our podcast are all porn.
Robert's a semen retention wizard as well.
No, that's my roommate.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
I did talk to his girlfriend one time, and she's not exactly happy about that whole thing.
It's so funny.
That's hilarious. You can watch
God damn it!
Why
now
don't you
I
go
just
catch
want to
that yokai watch stuff you keep talking about.
I just want to change my Twitter description now to have bull in the name.
Professional bull. I would love
writer, comedian, professional bull.
You should wear glasses so you like perfectly resemble Buddy Holly. Just like you're a 1-to-1 Buddy Holly guy stepping up to people's doors to cuckold them. Perfect.
I would fucking love. I think Buddy Holly had some fucking drip back in the day. I'd love to like be able to rock those sort of thick rim glasses.
You can do that. You can
easily do that.
Anyone can. Listen.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a bit of a cop out. Okay. Oh, Harper's got the article. Go on.
It's behind a paywall.
To anyone who can remember the article, Harper's got an article.
Do you know a secret to get around the paywall?
I'm not gonna fucking do it.
No, send me the link then. I can read it if you send me the link.
It's from the Daily
Oh,
Beast.
wow. Malcolm pays.
When he hears his wife moan with pleasure while she has sex with another man.
No.
Paul Pines. They named the man Paul Pines.
Wait, the guy's okay with being name dropped?
Yeah, that's part of it.
This guy is a god. This guy is a god.
When Paul's wife tells him that the other man is much better at sex than he ever was, Paul feels worse, then better. But of course he does. He arranged this encounter in which he watches in agony as his wife makes love to another guy. And almost as soon as it's over, he'll start planning the next one. Cuckoldry is defined as a wife's infidelity. Chaucer. Why are you bringing Chaucer and Shakespeare into this?
They quote Chaucer.
Characterized it as the ultimate shame. So perhaps it's no surprise that today it's developed into a fairly popular fetish. The internet is rife with husbands enthusiastically soliciting other men, often larger, hotter, sexier men than themselves, to have sex with their fat wives while they watch.
Oh, wait. Do they actually put in fat wives?
No, I'm just telling it like it is.
Oh, fuck.
Dear writers of the Daily Beast, kill yourself.
Yeah, it's called the Daily Beast. Of course it's about cucks.
I ended up looking up more to see if there's other cuckolding articles on incognito mode. But CNN has an article called "Cuckolding Can Be Positive for Some Couples," somebody says.
Oh my god.
Or there's a Vice article which is "Cucks Tell Us About the First Time They Were Cucked," with the byline being, "She said he was huge. Emotionally, I felt a little dirty and upset."
I mean, it is called the Daily Beast, Harper. It is it's all in the name.
Yeah.
It's the Daily Beast fucking your wife.
Yeah, heads up, if you are a cuckold, get real.
We don't respect you.
No one respects you. You don't respect yourself. That's the real problem.
Maybe
You're
that's
30.
what you get off on.
Hold on. I know you justify it by saying that medieval kings used to cuckold themselves by presenting their wives to foreigners as an entreaty or whatever. But that was because they didn't care about women. You care about women, and that makes you weak.
Supposedly. Wait. No, it's fuck off.
Robert agrees.
So no.
Listen, I know that you think that there's a way out, and there is a way out for you.
Call the bullet.
It's through the other end of the noose.
Jesus, so this is getting really dark all of a sudden.
I just hate hearing about it. They always talk about it. It's everywhere. And I'm tired of reading it.
Wait, who's talking to you every day about cuckoldry?
We're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on. There's no sense in toiling in on this subject any longer. I'll just tell you that I have to hear about it all the time.
Which of our mutual friends is talking to you about his cuckoldry shenanigans?
None of our mutual friends talk to me about this. This is all interactions with people I'd rather not know, as a matter of fact.
So on the internet.
Okay, so
Harper's just got one work buddy who's just hey man, it's actually a really cool thing.
I've had several at this point because the moral fiber of this country is in the shitter. Listen.
Another man should not be offering to smoke you out.
Well, actually, Robert, it happens pretty frequently amongst polite society. And,
no.
Especially in return for helping them move.
Well, that's one thing, but hey man, come on over. I'll let you smoke all my weed is just hey, I'm gonna try something on you that you might not like.
Robert, what kind of pretext have you been offered weed under before?
Less than ideal one.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those guys as well. I'm not into the open relationships, not like Robert. Well, Robert,
Shut the fuck up. God damn it.
no, but Robert, you're not opening it up for like when you're in like a one-on-one relationship. It's just like people are so overwhelmingly coming to you, and they're like, Robert, please. Like, and when I say people, I mean like male friends are like, please, you have to fuck my girlfriend and make me pancakes.
Robert's over there in the corner stroking his shit, saying like,
It's like,
I know you're twins, but you'll do it for me, won't you?
God damn it. Shut
do
the
this for
fuck
me?
up. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, and
And they're like,
yeah.
well, Robert, it's for you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, just do it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I
Do
have
it in front of
been
the
I have
camera.
been solicited before, and it is not exactly a fun thing because it's like, oh, I'm just kind of here to hang out. I mean, I know you guys. I
Well,
like
you
a
smoke my
couple of
weed.
you.
What are you talking about?
It kind of is that because I'm sitting there, I'm in this like tiny ass 2-bedroom apartment in Hillcrest. Lord knows why I'm there in the
You're
first place.
doxing him.
Yeah, why are you doxing?
Hillcrest is a decent sized neighborhood, and it's like
There's a cuckold in Hillcrest. I repeat, there's a cuckold in Hillcrest.
and Hillcrest is a pretty gay neighborhood in San Diego, and that's fine. But they're not.
And that's fine.
No, I'm not.
You can be a gay cock. No one said you can't be a gay cock.
No, and I go in there thinking it's like, oh, he's a cool dude. He's got a girlfriend. Little did I know that he's bi. They're both bi, and they have like a polyamory thing. I think they're mostly a polyamory so they can afford rent. Because
what?
Did they want you to be?
I love the idea that it's like, I guess we're poly just to pay rent.
That's so fucked up.
No, it's legitimately because there was a 2-bedroom apartment and there were like 5 or 6 people living there.
Okay, well, the idea being,
hey, you want to live here? All you have to do is participate in our Thursday.
All you have to do is suck dick.
so that twink lived there for free while that poor woman had to go.
Pretty
work,
much. And he was a kind of a cool guy, and we had gone out drinking before because he was doing comedy at kind of the same time as I was.
Okay, well, makes all sense now.
Yeah, Malcolm and I have talked about some of the interesting sex lives of comedians, but I was literally just there to hang out, have a drink, and probably go for ramen later. But it ended up being a thing where he sort of like broached the subject, not really of joining the thing, but like there was an ongoing S&M orgy thing that they had, and it was a whole really uncomfortable situation. And I'm just sitting there with like, I smoked half a joint and I've got a drink in my hand. I'm just like, how the fuck am I going to get out of here?
You dumb shit. What do you mean you faced half a blunt during an orgy? You didn't realize sooner?
It wasn't an orgy. It was the discussion of a potential, of a recurring orgy, that a potential invitation to a recurring orgy.
At what point did it turn into the discussion of a potential orgy while you were smoking the
30
blunt?
minutes in.
While you were smoking the blunt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you just like talking about, you're like, oh man, what they did to Louis C.K. was really fucked up. anyways, I gotta, do you want to join my S&M orgy?
I just love that. They have like a handle of Jack, and like Robert has a handle of Jack and like half a blunt in his hand. Just the whole conversation around him is just like, Harvey Weinstein didn't really do much wrong.
And I'm just like squinting through the smoke, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
You're like, I'm pretty excited about Bill Cosby's comeback tour.
Louis C.K. comeback tour.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
they're all unbuckling their jeans and stuff like that, and Robert's just in there like, well, they must be hot.
It was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little, I was being an idiot for being there in the first place. I was a fucking idiot. But I found out there's this weird kind of web of relationships, and they wanted me somehow involved. And so at one point, I'm drunk, I'm high, it's pretty late, I want ramen. And it's not even that late. It's like maybe 11.
Yeah, but they misinterpreted like ramen for like they wanted a raw man, if you know what I mean.
Anyway, at one point, one of them gets up to go to the bathroom. There's like 4
Yeah, you
people
wanted to
in
suck
this.
that noodle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you wanted to get the soy egg out of your crook.
At one point, so there are 4 people in this living room. At one point, one gets up to go to the bathroom. Another one follows them to the bathroom, and then something snaps in me. I put my drink down, and I literally just walk out the door.
I thought when you snapped, you were like, heathens!
No,
Dude, tell me
What?
you kept the blunt. Tell me you
No,
walked out
I
with the blunt.
didn't. I had
You
already put it.
pussy.
I had already passed it before
Pussy.
then. I had already passed it before I decided to leave.
I
But yeah,
would have
I
fucking
leave
got up with the
mostly full old fashioned on the coffee table. Like no one even really said anything as I was getting up, and I literally unlocked the front door, took off the chain, and opened the door and walked the fuck out. And then like 3 or 4 blocks away, I ordered a Lyft and went home. I didn't even get ramen.
Didn't trust it. He would have rather been robbed than some dick that night. That millennial entitlement would rather get robbed than suck a little dick, huh?
No, I would much. I've been robbed before. I've been robbed before. Obviously, probably sucking dick's a little better than being robbed. But
Can I get that on a plaque of some kind with Robert's picture on it?
Sucking dick is a little better than being robbed. Robert Delilah.
2023.
God damn it.
So that will be a real art. I'll show that to my mother when she comes by.
No.
No.
Yeah, I shouldn't care about what your mom thinks of me, but she's a sweet lady. I don't want her to think I'm a degenerate.
You know, she told me this. She's just like, I just don't think Robert's all that funny. For those who don't know, the Holmberg's morning sick. Those of our Canadian and out of Arizona State viewers, the Holmberg's morning sickness is
it's kind of like an ongoing like morning and daytime radio show.
Howard Stern. It's like Howard
it's a
Stern
little Howard Sternage where there's like there's segments and things like that, and there's really just guys making far too much money shooting the shit. So where we want to be in like a year,
100%. They have a soundboard too. Maybe we should get one of those. But like the entire premise of like a Holmberg's morning sickness bit is combining 2 celebrities to do an impression of both of them.
Yeah,
like Rick James Hetfield. Yo, now we got you laughing.
I mean, that's the whole thing, and they'd have like ticket giveaways and like $1,000 giveaways. It's not exactly high entertainment, but it's fun if you were like me and working a construction job in like 113, 120 degree weather and just sweating my balls off till I'm delusional.
Let's say you're in traffic and you're addicted to nicotine and you haven't bought a pack. You have to drive 2 hours to work. You know, you're in your mid 40s, you have no coffee, and the only thing to keep you sane is a guy doing a wacky impression of Donald Trump on your radio while people call in and try to guess the fucking like center square on his little fucking version of it's madness. This whole state is madness.
So my grandmother's a Catholic, and she had to go to confession once. She told this to the family at a dinner because she went to confession and told the priest, she's like, I have hate in my heart for Donald Trump. I hate him so much. She had to...
Did the priest just go, me too?
Look, I'm not going to say Donald Trump was a good guy or that he even was a good president because he wasn't.
He wasn't objectively.
Sure. But like the amount of obsession that's still ongoing for this man, and I get that he's like got a criminal prosecution going on and all that. The amount of derangement, and there is no better way to say it, people exhibit towards his persona, not even towards his policies, is ludicrous. People in Canada hate Donald Trump. He's not even their fucking local politicians.
Canadians care about American politics more
because
than
their
most
politics
Americans
suck. I've been over this, and like the
no. It's what it is that American politics slowly seeps into Canadian politics. We just get it like 2 or 3 or 4 years later.
You know where we get our politics? The UK. If you want to blame anybody for Trump's election, you can blame Theresa May.
It's a sick cycle.
Yeah, I will say there are more people in America.
I voted for Bernie. Don't look at me.
There are more people In
Who are you trying to impress there, Harper?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, Bernie, please come on our podcast. Please
Oh
come
my
on our
God,
podcast,
I'd love
Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie
Bernie!
comes on to a fucking podcast with like a very small viewership just because he's just
I
like,
noticed how you were talking about Donald Trump. I noticed what you were saying about Donald Trump. And I agree with Malcolm and I agree with Robert, but Harper, you have really disappointed me. You have really disappointed me.
Sad. Like, fucking Bernie Sanders came up to you and was just like, I'm really disappointed in you, Harper.
I used to like what you had to say. I used to thought you were a funny guy when you were talking about slapstick and penises, but now you're talking about politics. That's my arena. I was in the civil rights movement.
That's a really good impression of him.
Okay? We need to deal with the poison in American politics.
Aaron Sorkin's a hack.
Okay, sorry, hold on.